Welcome to Decouple Studios. I'm Jesse Freeston here today in Sharm El-Sheikh, Egypt at COP27. And just days before this conference began, there was a breakthrough study brought out by the Breakthrough Institute, specifically two of their researchers, Guido, Núñez-Mujica, and Seaver, Wang. And this study showed that over the last 10 years of premature nuclear shutdowns have created a situation where the annual emissions increase resulting from the replacement of that nuclear power by gas and coal electricity production is equivalent to the annual emissions of 37 African countries combined. That's all their emissions, everything they do. So this being the African COP, as many are calling it, I found this group of African pro-nuclear advocates who are out here trying to help people understand what's at play and relieve some of the ideological pressure that's forcing up the carbon emissions in the global north.
My name is Amanda Mbele. I'm from South Africa and I'm a nuclear waste management project manager, so I make sure that the waste is safely placed.
Hello everyone, my name is Evelyn Aching from Kenya. I'm a medical doctor.
My name is Heba Fathi. I am a chemist at Egyptian Atomic Energy Authority.
I'm Bayan Ismail from Sudan. I'm a nuclear engineer.
My name is Prince Mtombeni from South Africa. I'm a nuclear communications specialist and the founder of Africa for Nuclear.
When I was young, I was admired about a Simpson TV show about Tim Homer working at nuclear power plants and dealing with green radioactive material. And when I grew up, I realized that Sudan is facing energy poverty since we have no electricity about 8 hours a day, and that's the problem.
Would you mind if I asked you a few questions, one or two? How much coal is enough to produce electricity that a small pellet will produce?
I wouldn't imagine a lot.
Kilogram, I don't know. I don't have ideas.
Okay, so that's a good try. It's actually 1,000 kilograms.
Okay.
Yes.
It's going to produce same energy as this pellet.
As this small pellet.
You need about 1,000 kilograms of coal to produce the same amount of energy as these pellets of uranium.
One pellet of uranium gives the same amount of energy of 600 liters of petrol.
Of course, it's substantially different because this much can be comparative to a huge amount, but the huge amount is not radioactive. This one is.
Staying in a nuclear power plant for a year and eating a banana, which one exposes you to more radiation?
Between a banana and living close to a nuclear power plant, which one do you think exposes you to higher radiation?
Definitely a nuclear power plant.
No, actually it's a dose of,
Your take on nuclear energy?
On nuclear energy?
Yes.
Oh, no, that's a tough one. Last year, I was just like, I don't think we need nuclear energy.
Yes.
That was my position. But with this crisis going on, I think that most of us will have to review our way of thinking. And especially what we are depending on, right?
In situations as we are with the energy conflict that is happening in Europe and Russia, I think that activating certain nuclear energy plants instead of pushing carbon further is a good transitory solution.
So why do you think that people are so afraid about nuclear energy?
Fear of the unknown,
Most of the resistance will come from those who don't have enough knowledge. It's like climate denials. They don't have the science behind it. And their voice also counts. One man, one vote.
Nuclear energy as part of the solution to the energy mix.
Absolutely.
You support it?
Of course I support it.
No. Here
Yes.
in Egypt,
Yes.
we have sun all the year.
It's not going to give you baseload power for industrialization. You can't industrialize on solar. Solar power and wind power, they're not stable. They're intermittent sources of energy. So for countries, especially in Africa, because I'm from South Africa, you still need baseload so that you can industrialize, you can develop ourselves. There's never ever, there's no record of a country developing on just solar and wind.
So people might say, Sudan, this is like one of the sunniest countries in the world. Why don't you just use solar?
Because nuclear energy has more benefits than solar. When we look at the small land that's required to build a nuclear power plant and also require less raw materials and is base load energy source like 24/7 hours. If you go with the solar option, you have to look to combine the solar with other options like coal, and it's not good for climate as we have seen.
South Africa has successfully, managed to use nuclear It means other country can buy the same technology.
The same technology.
Yeah, but make sure that if you buy the technology, you make sure that the waste is well managed.
Yes, we have regulators. Nuclear is highly regulated. So from the International Atomic Energy Agency to the local or the national regulators who make sure that that waste is safely managed and people in the environment are not exposed to radioactive waste.
So I've never heard this perspective before. When I usually think about nuclear, we think it's very, very bad.
South Africa had nuclear bombs, and we became the first country in the whole world to voluntarily dismantle our nuclear weapons. Okay.
How much years will it take to have skilled people?
Now we already have, in Africa we have skills. Our skills is in the diaspora. Yeah, it's in the diaspora. I can assure you. If we create greener pastures for them at home, they would be able to come back. We need decisive leaders or politicians.
Yes.
Visionary leaders.
Yeah.
Thomas Sankara types of leaders.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Diamond.
I want to be named Silver or Uranium.
Did you say silver or uranium?
Yeah.